World Health Organization, prepare for what's coming. Let's check out what is coming. Oh, well, what's this? Energy lockdown has started. Let's look further into it. I see this oil price right here. Let's go further into it. All right, well, check this out. The International Energy Agency published an energy lockdown, alternating driving days based on license plates, mandatory speed limit. Let's keep looking. 3, avoid air travel where alternatives exist. That's most places. Switch from gas cooking to electric. Work from home. Does this all sound familiar? Does it? It's the exact same playbook, but even harsher the second time around. So we cannot be playing games with this one. And it's coming. There's no stopping this energy crisis that they created. Isn't that fucking funny? They created it, and now we have to deal with it. It's how it always fucking goes. Entertainment purposes only. Here it is again.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto his life foreigners, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. We've been talking about a lot of things that's taking place and making the energy crisis, which, like he said, like he made a beautiful statement, which is that they created. So now energy, everybody's gonna be energy is efficient. No, less efficient. It's not longer gonna be easy. And this is all part of the order out of chaos that they want to inject the world with. And they have literally injected the world with this whole concept. And it shows you who controls the matter. And everything that is written about these people was written there for a purpose. Because they are the leading force of all devastation that's going to take place on earth. Everything that you could think of, from war, food crisis, death itself. It's all they're responsible for it. Now, why would the the World Health Organization make mention about energy crisis? What does energy got to do with anything? What does it have to do with plagues and so forth? All these things that's going to take place will bring in plagues, will bring in famines, will bring in lockdowns, which is going to cause civil unrest, right? Because people, they've had everybody feared when the C-19 took place. They had everybody on lockdown. They paid everybody. And by doing that, they already conditioned the minds of a generation of people to actually cooperate with the powers that be. For what? For safety purposes. And nobody want to go through that ever again. So this is all part of this man's masterful plan. In fact, let me go with this one first. Micah 2:1, it says, "Woe to them that devises iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand, and everything is in place. Every chaotic situation is in place, and the outcome isn't for their favor. Is to take the rights from the people, to take away what you had all your majority of your life, and trusting in them." I forgot where it was. A Rockefeller. It was a Rockefeller letter. Basically said they want you to be pure reliant on them for everything. So relying on them was part of the plan. And it's not really relying on them, it's relying on the convenience that was given to you. Because if you can make a fire, you don't owe nobody nothing. That fire was for free. Electricity is supposed to be for free. And when electricity was rediscovered, it wasn't Tesla didn't just automatically find it. Nah, that was something that other nations already had long before Tesla had it. They just made it in a way that was convenient for everybody. When you conveniently have to pay for something, you're automatically thinking it's the privilege. But all they're doing is taking away the rights of the people. Matter of fact, Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Now, throughout all this thing, everybody's being distraction, distraction, distraction. Everything is a distraction. Well, for people foretelling or not knowing, the main objective is Revelation 13 and 16, which we've been saying that's the prominent of everything. So they've said that there's a data center. Let's see, I think he put it there. Was it him or somebody else? No, I think it's somebody else. There's a data center in Arizona. And some odd reason, Arizona is the hottest it's ever been. And it's hot because of this data center that's there. In the data center, they use what we use to keep ourselves afloat. So that's one that shows that they're the problem. They've always been the problem. So part of that data center is control. So without even knowing that this guy sold many lands and all these Silicon Valley tech guys, they're making so much money off of this, and they're above any law, any government sanction. This is what they wanted to do from the get-go. So they could bring in this famine, they could bring in everything that they want because they already have cooked up the books. It says in right grievousness, which they have prescribed. So they set this thing in motion and they put certain things in the book so that way they have full control of the autonomy of everybody. People are going to realize they have less rights for being men and women and more rights to the people that's in power. That was always the objective. More power consolidated to a small group of individuals and the people that are around to be lessened by numbers. That was the ultimate thing that they wanted to do. But they needed everybody to participate in um, this craft that they was doing on the people. And this is why we can't be foolish and not think outside the box, because these people, that's how they operate. They operate on people's ignorance. All right. That's all they've been operating. They've been operating everybody's single ignorance because they ensure that nobody was going to have the knowledge to combat them. Matter of fact, I did have something. Hold on. Oh, that sounds. So check this out. America is the most issue facing America is the most important to you.
What bikini I'm gonna wear next? Obesity is terrible.
Ice. Not personally. I'm legal.
Getting a tan on the beach. That's the most important thing in my life right now. I'm thinking about Starbucks, to be honest.
And might I add, this is Fox 5, who right now works. They always go for the Republican Party, and they always just pro-America. They're always pro-America. All right. So CNN is more towards Democrats, the diversity and all this different crap and all this. Nothing they got to do with anything. Keep people more blinded. And Fox is supposed to be the alternative to that. So, if anything, this is a damnation towards the people, which we all know the average American, well, sorry, the average Babylonian are stupid as hell, and it's proven that. Listen to the priorities of, especially the time of war. This is what these people are thinking, and this is during spring break. I did a show last week of Jake just running around. I think it was it Daytona? I believe it was Daytona, the beach that a whole bunch of Jake was there, and I guess gunshots were fired, and it was running, and it was also talking about how in Houston STDs is at an all-time high. So stupidity is at an all-time high. That's the disease out there. You're stupid, you're unaware. If you're unaware, you're stupid. All right? You're flat out dumb. We live in the age of information. And these are young people, and it's always the same shit. It's about the outer appearance and the inward thought, not a conscious being in there. And that was done deliberately because they could have guarantee they probably did find somebody that was kind of smart, but it's a bad look. It's a bad fucking look for these stupid Americans. And this is exactly what the elites had in mind, point blank, period. They don't have critical thought. And this is why when they do the second lockdown, there's no coming out of it. All right. If we was here for X amount of years of our next generation, humanity will be doomed.
Starbucks, what I'm gonna get for today?
The elevators don't work. You got 43 floors. The elevators don't work.
I could take this little glass of water, drop it in the magnets. That's the end of the elevator.
And what the scripture says, as of the king is of as a king or as the officers of the city is, so are the people. So the people that's in charge, if they're stupid, then the people will be stupid. All right.
What have you heard that Donald Trump has been doing recently?
Gulf of America. That's the last thing I kept up with.
We're going to war with Iraq. That's been crazy.
What are you doing, Chloe? You have nothing around?
I'm sorry.
He's like trying to sue those people for making jokes about him.
600 times!
You must be happy.
I'm very happy.
The Ayatollah's dead.
What? Who? What?
What is that?
Who the is Ayatollah?
I have never heard that word in my life.
Louis, what's Ayatollah?
I haven't heard. I found out about Chuck Norris yesterday. That was more devastating to me.
He was the supreme leader of Iran. He's dead?
Oh yeah,
We killed him.
Oh, you did? You killed him?
Johnny,
Whoa!
if you were in charge, how would you take on Iran?
Yeah, all my girls and we would all start putting belts on them.
We get a bunch of girls in bikinis. We make them run across the battlefield. All the guys are distracted. We all run it.
Look at him in his eyes, I guess.
And that right there, that was the most vexing part because the way America is done, and we all are familiar with the tactic, especially of the opposite sex, and how stupid they are. They really think in their mind that the stupid shit that they do here, that shit will fly around the world. I'm sorry, women, girls, little girls. That shit don't fly in the world. You live in a bubble. And in that bubble, you could play that stunt of showing your ass and showing your tits and smile and get whatever you want. In the real world, it doesn't work like that. It never did, and in the near future, it won't at all. All right? And near future is coming to here in America. But you can hear the stupidity of the people. All right? You can hear the dumbness of them. And then the sad part was like Jake saying the stupidest shit you could ever imagine. What? It's not surprising.
Flirt with him?
I'd blow him up. I don't know enough about it, but I would probably wipe it out.
Drop a bomb. Baby, bomb the out of him.
I would bomb the out of him.
What have you heard about Venezuela?
And that right there was that's damning to the average numbnut because you're following stupidity. A failed businessman, what they call him, he's a felon, a failed businessman, and this is what you get. Showing how the light that is America, how dim it is, real dim, you know, is in a state of darkness. Because that's um pop culture for you, all right, popular culture, which is technically a popular culture is just a herd mentality. So you're just following what everybody else is following. That shit worked. That shit worked well in the '80s, I must say, in the '90s as well. But it's going down. Why did I bring this up? Because one, the stupidity of the people. Two, even when the evidence is right in front of these idiots, they just gonna comply. No resistance, no nothing. Because this, what look at their concern. All right, look at their concern. Majority of Americans don't even can tell you about anywhere outside of their neighborhood, proving how stupid they have become.
Venezuela? Nothing. I'm not sure.
I barely know what'll be going on in like Tennessee where I'm from.
That they beat us in the world.
What did I just say? That was by accident. I didn't even know she was gonna say that. She said she don't even know what's going on in Tennessee, let alone the world. And majority of women are stupid. All right, and this is supposed to be the most educated place on the planet Earth. Look at the production that they have. No game changer, no nothing. So once again, when shit hits the fan, they're just gonna comply. That's all they're gonna do.
Well, classic. Have you heard anything else? No.
Nothing. I have heard nothing about Venezuela.
You know, honestly, I don't know and I don't care.
Where is Venezuela?
I don't know. I'm drunk. I don't know. Venezuela is not in
Well, at least you kept it real.
Spain.
No.
Go easy on the tequila.
Issue facing America.
So you could clearly see the deterioration of the minds of the local people, which we all know. We all know. But there's so much danger that's not even funny. What do you get? Oh. Isaiah. Well, Isaiah 60:2. It says, behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. So gross darkness has covered the minds of the people. Job 10:21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness, and as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. So this whole place is covered with darkness, which is lack of knowledge, lack of the surroundings. So when they're about to set things up to lock everybody down, then no, there was no resistance. When they knew about history, talk about the Nazis and what they would have done, and now we at the breaking point of all this stuff, and these people they're not fighting at all. 2 Ezra 15. 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another people, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And people will not even understand the concept of martial law, military law, all right, which entails you got to follow the orders of the military. You have no rights. You have no rights. You have no rights. The only right that you have is to comply. If you do not comply, you will die. So they set the criteria, the most dangerous peak right now. And all that people are going to do to maintain that which they have is going to comply with the powers that be, which that is going to be their destruction. All right? That would be their demise of the average person. It says, 2 Ezra 8:50. I realize something. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter time, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's the number one thing that's, no matter what happens, nobody in their mind would think anything would happen. That's the ignorance of the majority of the people. Proverbs 30 and 12. I started at 12. It says, there's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. So that's why the scripture says, as light is, so is darkness. So here it is, the most educated, which is really the most programmed generation. And look at the results. Look at the fruits of it. All right. Look at the fruits. Why do you think majority of these airports right now are being crowded? Because people want to go out for spring break and they can't tell the time that they're in. But in their mind, oh, they're pure. They've done nothing wrong. Nothing will happen. They're good. Because there's a generation. Oh, how lofty are their eyes. Look up the word lofty. Aram. To rise up, to be high, be lofty, be exalted. So they exalted in their own mind, without a thought in their fucking brain. Amazing. It says, and their eyelids are lifted up. There's a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives to devour the poor from off the earth and the needy from among men. And the actions that they're doing, that's why I wanted to get there. Proving that they are the pieces of shit that they are. When you read Revelations, I'm going to straight to the point right here. 6 and 7. It says, when he opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast saying, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name sat on him was death, and hell followed him. And power was given unto him over the fourth parts of the earth, which is really a spirit of death. Is that a spirit of death? But who's campaigning it, so to speak? Who's bringing all this? What is about to say? Esau. But when you read 6 from Revelation 6:4 on down, it's not just this random spirit. It's a spirit that's within a man that's doing all these things. It says to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Oh, there it is. It says right here, NLT. I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades, which is hell, death, was followed close behind him, and they were given power over the fourth of the earth to kill by the sword, famine, and plague by the wild beasts of the earth. So those that control these things, they're not they're not ordinary people. All right. Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from the men which are thy hand, O Lord, from the men of the world, which have their portion in this life, whose bellies thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes." But the point is the matter that they are the sword of the Lord. So death is his own spirit that's going to follow after what Esau is going to do. So Esau thinks he controls everything, but he's going to learn the hard way. All right. The Lord is about to let loose on these devils. And all this masterful plan of miseducated, matter of fact, I quoted it. I'm sorry. Let's just get this. Sirach 10 and did I? I don't remember. Oh no, I just quoted that. My fault. Matter of fact, 10 and 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High. His heart is turned away from his Maker. Pride is the beginning of sin, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought up them strange calamity and overthrow them utterly. And that's what's happening. It says the Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nation and planted the lowly in their stead. The Lord overthrew countries of heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. But that was a point. The Lord's plucking this place out. And you can clearly see this generation is fucked. They're fucked. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. Jump out to the point. Now actually, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Time to be born and time to die. Time to plant and time to pluck up that which was planted. So this American culture is being plucked up. This notion of freedom and all that crap is being plucked up. We're about to enter in some horrible, difficult times as never seen in the history of man. All right? Because of the ignorance of man. With that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.